And right off the bat, on July the 2nd, the Beyond the Reef Music Festival is taking place over at Plaza de España with 11 musical acts. They've hit the double-digit mark. 11. That's a lot of talent. Joining me now with the details are two talented individuals. I've not seen these guys, my boys, for quite a while. Musician Frankie McJohn and one of the acts set to perform, and of course, no stranger to Guam, a star of stars, Jason J.
The Jason
J. The Jason J. The Frankie McJohn, the Jason J.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy lucky enough to interview the both of you. So half a day to both of you guys,
half
man.
A day, brother. Half a day.
It's really good to see you guys. Okay, now Frankie, we're going to be completely honest here. I actually ran into Frankie at the food court, what was it, two and a half weeks ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
And you were like, bro, I'm working on this music festival and everything. I'd love to come on the show and like talk about it. I'm like, man, add to the formulation of this music experience.
Okay, yeah, so Beyond the Reef it's a concept that came about from essentially being a musician on Guam. I think what we were focused on was looking at it in a sense like, how can we propel what we already have and like splash it with things that make it better, right? And you know what really led to it was before our last tour in February we did a couple shows on Guam. We promoted them ourselves, threw them ourselves, did the sound ourselves, got the stage, built the stages ourselves.
Hopefully you had a nice nap afterwards too.
Yeah, that was like at 6 a.m. to like, whenever you get to sleep. But
and then you had to play the gig.
Yeah, then you play. That's what I'm forgetting about that part of this one. I'm like, I gotta rehearse. But yeah, it was, we did those things and then we went on tour and just to see the support before the tour, it was kind of eye-opening. Like both of the shows we threw, we had about 350 people to 400 people, which is what was the max for pre-open COVID, so we sold out those shows and it's just us and maybe one or two other bands. And I think for us, it was an eye-opener. It's like, man, this is a smaller scale thing, but there's a lot of support to be endorsed or embraced, so we went on tour and, this wasn't a thought yet. It was just kind of like, okay, when we get back, let's see what the next steps are. And then it turned into, well, what can we do that's bigger than what we've done already? And how can we help cultivate what we're trying to build here, which is, a global brand essentially with local music. And we've thought about, all the people we have played shows with and all that stuff, and they're all on the card. And then we thought about, okay, we could spend X amount of money and get a huge act and, just have one act and then maybe like a couple local bands. And that formula works, I know
at least a couple of these gentlemen on the screen right now, so.
Oh yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, no, and
Frankie.
That's as much modeling as you get out of me, Jason.
You're just looking down.
I'm just looking down. There was a grasshopper I was watching, but
John Banks show at some point sponsored by Gucci and Calvin Klein.
Yeah, Calvin Klein's just because when they go on sale, those are big sales.
What kind of bird is that?
I don't know.
and Marshall Lamps.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about the mechanics of the festival, but Jason, I want to talk about your experience a few months ago, right? And I love the title of this festival because Beyond Our Reef, right? Because you actually took your talent and representing the 671 Beyond the Reef. Yeah. You were actually on the NBC show America's Song Contest. Man, all of us were so in watching you there. I mean, there were tears here from grown men saying, like, I know that guy. Like, he's hanging out. He's up there. He's playing.
He recorded Jesus.
Yeah,
exactly.
So tell me about that experience. What was that like? Any pressure?
Pressure. It wasn't so much performing, like the performance side of it. I mean, like Frankie can relate. It's another performance, right? You get the pressure though of like the big crews, the spotlight on you, and just making sure that you perform. The biggest thing for me was just making sure I performed the best I could in that one performance you get. You only have one chance, so it's like
representing.
Yeah,
it's not like a whole set list where you get to like warm up with
exactly,
like maybe let's do like, Enter Sandman at the beginning and then get into the thong song.
There is no warm up. Yeah, so literally like
I would love to see someone play Enter Sandman followed by the thong song. By the way,
exactly.
Yeah.
Cisco was there.
Cisco was there. Yeah.
So almost,
there you go.
Yeah, he was on my episode. Yeah, but it's crazy because it's such a big scale and just the amount of. Even the people who don't even listen to any music of mine, are now tapped in. But yeah, the pressure was all for myself and making sure that I can perform the best I can for that.
And this has led to amazing opportunity for you as an artist too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of growth coming out of it. I get to come back home and play a festival. Frankie believes in me more now.
Yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot. A lot of convincing.
Yeah, I'm legit now to him.
You had to go on network
I was
TV
like,
to actually get this guy to-
NBC or you know.
There you go.
So yeah, it's just a lot of growth.
Do some Vine videos, Frankie watch those.
Exactly.
Yeah, Vine.
Exactly.
I've never.
Yeah, I didn't catch Vine that much.
Still, I just got on TikTok.
Oh, there you go.
But like for me, the most exciting part is that if they do the show every year, another Guam act can get that same spotlight. Possibly even get farther than I did, and it's just exciting because there's so much potential for the island.
Now, I've covered your career long enough to know that you're not only a practitioner of music, you're also a student of history, and you realize that when Guam artists and Guam musicians get the stage that you did and everything, there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and you handled it wonderfully, I must say. But now you also have the ability to pass down that wisdom to others, and to current acts, and to people who may have been inspired to pick up the instrument like you did just by watching you and saying, wow, man, something about that guy's performance really resonated with me. I want to do that.
Exactly.
Mommy, can I please play guitar?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
how does that responsibility fit on your shoulders? I know you accept it.
Yeah, it feels. I mean, honestly, it feels. I'm grateful for that, being able to even give advice to someone who would want to do that, and I love it, like, because one time I was in those same shoes where I'm questioning everything I'm doing and seeing if music is even the path I want to go. But
you chose wisely, my son.
yeah, thank you, man. So I mean, like, yeah, I'm grateful for everything that's happened so far, and I just want that to continue even past my career into the next generation, and just really support local. Guam has so much talent that needs to be out there in the world, and I'm excited for what could be next. Yeah,
gents, there's going to be a lot of talent on the stage, and it's not just one stage. You've got 11 acts, and this is multiple. I mean, like a true festival, you have your choice of which stage you want to watch, right? So let's break down exactly what people are going to be able to see, Frank.
So we want it to be a little more interactive than the norm, right? I've been a part of big festivals or concerts before. Jason has too, and I think what we tried to do is try to make it a more interactive experience. The 2 stages thing is a far-fetched idea, or was a far-fetched idea. Now we're just going with it. It's gonna happen.
That's totally cool.
You know. But no 2 stages will be on at the same time. So it's kind of like one act finish, other act starts. And it's just gonna be back and forth. So there's a lot of moving parts, 2 sound guys, 2 soundboards, 2 everything, So it's exciting for me because it's like, we're getting 11, we have 11 acts, and that's already daunting, but not impossible. I mean, if the mechanics work out the way we're hoping, it's something that could be done, and I would love for other promoters or anybody else to do it. The more acts you get that are 75% of our card is local, and that was huge for us. Like, so that dope. 75% of it is local, and splashing it with Pacifier and Pacific Dub, it was like those are things where, and Mike Pinto coming back after 10 years now. He hasn't been here in 10 years. It's like we got those things to add, but the focus really has become. For a lot of the attention on the event, the focus has become on the fact that our headliner's local.
And I can see both of your own influences as musicians on this lineup, because both of you are known for your eclectic style. It's not just all rock, or it's not just all reggae, or not just all fusion or jazz or anything like that. You guys actually draw from a multitude of genres. Yeah. And that's what we have here with these 11 acts.
I mean, we draw from other local acts too. Like those are like Fat Tofu and Local Deluxe. Like, everybody always wonders, like, our album release, we had Local Deluxe open for us, and everybody's like, they're entirely different genre. It's punk rock, and it's like, and what, like, for us, it's good music. Like, we don't care about, like, Jason plays
game
a more
recognizes
islandy, exactly, a more islandy reggae, but I love his music, and it's like he'll never say he loves ours, but. But
maybe after a few drinks.
It's after he jams with us at Mosa's, but
maybe after the festival.
After the festival, yeah, we'll talk about. But essentially, like, we draw from like even Microchild, like it's beautiful music, and you don't have to have an all reggae concert, an all rock concert. Like, you just have to have good music.
If you don't like Shannon McManus's music, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, there's something wrong.
You can be like a death metal person and everything and totally be into Microchild.
Exactly.
Yeah, Microchild is a gem.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolute gem.
Yeah. Well, everybody on Guam, it's like, and that's the one thing. There's no chippiness. There's no like, okay, everybody gets put in these buckets, and everyone supports everybody else.
Honestly, Jason, the biggest part about all this, like, that neither want to get across, maybe not get across, but the biggest thing that we're getting from it is that you realize how much we actually support each other in our scene, and whether it be people like him who don't live here, and you know, Austin and Buck and Holly, it doesn't matter. You know, like I don't care. We don't care about competition as musicians here. Yeah. It's not about competition. It's never been. It's been about how can we uplift each other? How can we help each other out? How can we do things to help each other move forward? And that has always been the goal. I mean, if I can help somebody, even if it's like, if I can get like $100 per person, whatever it is, like I want people to know that if you work with us or are playing Beyond the Reef or whatever it is, like we want to know we know what you're worth, and we'll do our best to make it happen.
We talk about Inafa Malik a lot in this show, you know, like our people's core belief that, you know, you have to take care of your neighbors, and that's island hospitality. But, you know, you guys exude that, like,
thank you,
times 10. You know, you guys are taking care of other artists.
That's everything to us, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like, that's the reason we do it. And we were just talking to Joan about it, and it's like, it may not be us. You know, it may not be us who hits the pinnacle. It may not be us who's nationally touring headliner. But if we can lay a foundation for that, that's a win for us. Okay.
How can we get tickets? Are they available right now, and can we secure our spots?
Let's check Jason knows.
Yeah, you can buy them from Frankie directly. His address is...
Oh, yeah, that's how I do that.
So should they slide into his DMs, or you want to give out his personal cell phone number, drive that bill through the sky?
There we go. This is what I hang out with 2 Jasons. That's what happens. But no, BeyondTheReefMusicFestival.com. You can get all of your tickets online. VIP and deluxe are online only, but we have general admission tickets at Coffee Slut and at Mosa's right now. So, yeah.
Jason, what's it going to mean for you to take the stage, and, you know, so many people haven't seen you, you know, since your big network TV appearance, and, you know, now they're going to say, wow, I watched you. If you would take a selfie with me, that would mean like everything and everything. You know, your music inspires me. You know, like I connect with it on a level like I may not even be able to explain and everything like that. But it's such a wonderful thing to have you back home. What does that mean to you?
For me, it's a giant recharge, to be honest. Just to come home and play, and then just meet people and have their, you know, their input of how they enjoyed the show. And I mean, we're coming with prepared sets that are like mapped out to the very second, you know. And that's the thing too, is like John Dank has the same thing as well, where we're preparing these musical sets and not just jamming. We're like crafting these sets, you know. That's the exciting thing about that is to be able to showcase something like that, and then, you know, other artists on island can also start to do that and craft, so we can put like amazing lineups together with real showmanship and not just jamming, you know.
Right. Yeah. Okay, and that was the perfect word there. And as we head into commercial break, you said jam, right? So, Frankie, any chance that you could possibly get all 11 acts, like for the finale, for the closing number, to all have like one big epic jam session?
I mean,
it's called a brodeo in our genre. It's called a brodeo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, we do have a show in Saipan this week, by the way.
Oh, very cool. So
yeah, it was. Yeah, so we're going to Saipan this week.
So first they got the Pacific mini games, and now this.
They got us. So us,
the party doesn't end.
John Dank Show, Jason J, Holly, and KPV and the homies. So that show is gonna be this week. We're leaving on Friday and playing Friday, coming back Saturday. It's gonna
very
be
cool. Have a couple cups of coffee, because it seems like you guys.
Oh
are,
man, yeah, I think coffee doesn't work anymore at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, whatever substance floats your boat, you know, within reason.
I appreciate that, Jason. I appreciate that.
No, substance might be the wrong word.
Yeah, they're musicians, everybody.
We're not trying to fit into all the stereotypes.
Melatonin.
However you tap into that creative energy and everything like that, that's completely subjective. But Frankie McJohn, Jason J, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, brother. It
means
guys
are
a lot,
amazing. We're big fans of yours here on KUM. You know that. Best of luck. Break a leg.
Brother.
All right, please stay tuned. Hotspot is back after this.